Creating a safety case of this complexity and scope sounds like a complicated undertaking, and it is. To help support the industry with that, there's the ANSI UL 4600 standard for autonomous vehicles. The standard tells you how to evaluate a safety case, which means that it doesn't tell you how to build the safety case. It doesn't tell you how to build the vehicle. What it does is provide almost 300 pages of criteria that can be used to assess whether the safety case for an autonomous vehicle has everything it needs to ensure safety. It provides for independently assessing the safety case, allows mix and match supporting standards. So the ISO 26262 and the ISO 21448 safety standards I mentioned previously, in fact, are quite compatible with this and would provide substantive parts of the arguments for the ultimate claim that your system is acceptably safe. It discourages questionable practices. Safety engineering has learned a lot of bad things that you should avoid doing in the past decades, and a large number of them are included in the standard as cautions or pitfalls to embody lessons learned. It has extensive "did you think of that" lists, things that you should remember to think about, such as, for example, sinkholes, but a lot of other things, to make sure your safety case is not missing things that are fairly well known, but you just didn't happen to see in testing or just didn't happen to occur to you during the system design. Importantly, it treats unknowns as first-class citizens. These systems will deploy with incomplete requirements, with gaps in the training data. There's just no way around that. Even if you got it perfect on the first day, the world would change the next day, and now you'd have a gap in your capability. So unknowns are treated as first-class citizens with a balance between analysis and field experience. In particular, there is a requirement to use field monitoring to feed back safety case improvement so that you report data from the field so that you can notice its weaknesses and you can fix the problems by updating the safety case and mitigating emergent hazards with a high probability of having the fix out before you actually have a loss event. The findings from assessments and field data are not only used to improve the system, but also to update the practices incorporated into the standard. The second edition of ANSI UL 4600 was issued in March 2022. The third edition is already underway and will address the special needs of heavy commercial trucks in addition to light vehicles, which are already covered.